So now I'm kind of doing it. So this is pretty cool. And
hi, Kanard.
Nice to meet you.
we struggle, but I've seen certain things that actually made me who I am.
I went through all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Part like a big turning point in my life, like around.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kanard Lewis, and this right here is the 6th interview for season 13 for TKW videos. And I'm here with a special guest. What is your name?
My name is Jamelia Burton.
Nice to meet you. It's good to have you on the show. So tell the audience a little bit about yourself. You know, where you're from, your major, just a little brief introduction.
Oh, well, my name is Jamelia. I'm 19. I'm from Niagara Falls, and I go here at Fredonia, and I'm a psychology major.
Okay. What made you want to get into psychology?
Well, psychology is more of a plan B for me, because I originally wanted to do music therapy, but psychology is my plan B. So it's something I always had interest in. It's not, something I really want to do, but it's something I would like to do. And I'm interested in like counseling and, just working with other people. Okay.
Why do you feel like music therapy can be your main goal? Like why major in a plan B and not major in the plan A per se?
Well, see, the thing about music therapy, you have to audition, and the audition here is very scarce. So it's like, so like, and it's not my kind of thing because the way I sing differently, like where I'm from. So like, yeah, so it's very difficult, and you need to be trained in a certain way. So honestly, it's really not a big deal for me. Music therapy was a big deal for me, but it was something I was interested in. Because I have dreams, but I just try to be more realistic and try to just focus on something that will give me a job and good pay. So that's really what it is.
What kind of singing do you do? Because you said it's not mainly about your voice being good or not, but it's just about the process, and people may not accept you and stuff like that.
Yes. Well, I have a gospel-y soul kind of voice.
Okay, that's good. I love gospel. I love R&B soul.
Yeah, so like I could sing like classical music, but it's not really my thing. It's not something I'm really good at. Compared to if I sing a gospel song to you, you'd be like, oh, but if I sing classical, you're like, oh, okay, but it's not as good.
Do you find other ways to be yourself? Because you notice that the school itself is not doing what you want to do. So I guess now thinking about that, going down the psychology path is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna major in something or go into a program that I know is not gonna benefit my interests. Yeah. So that being said, what do you do to push your interest out? Like, what do you do to get that gospel, I guess, niche out, or to get that gospel drive out of you?
Well, I'm in Divine Sounds Gospel Choir here on campus. That's something that I do, and I just try to be involved in anything that has to do with music. Like even sometimes if I go to a concert or play, just something to keep just because I want to be myself and just do something I like doing. And whether it's me doing it as a career path, I still have it in my life because music always going to be there for me. So, yeah. I
definitely respect that. Have you faced challenges per se? Because being realistic didn't just come out of nowhere. So, what challenges have you faced that made you realistic in terms of going for your dreams of actually wanting to sing?
Well, anytime, I've discussed it with my mother or family, friends, but most of the time they're like, oh, go for it. But then it's like, when you tell your parent, oh, I want to do music, they're like, oh, you need to find something more that's going to get you a job because you're in college, you're getting your education, and they don't want you to waste it, but they don't realize you want to do something you like doing. You don't just want to do something in the future where you're like, okay, I'm getting a decent amount of pay, but do I like this job? Yeah. So that's really what it is for me. That's why I thought when we try to be positive was like, yeah, I want to do something I wouldn't do, but sometimes you have to take sacrifices in order to, because you never know what might come my way. Like whatever the path I need to go, I'll take it. So it's really what that is. Like it's nothing new to me. Like it's always, anytime like I want to do something, it's always, oh, you know, you can do that. It might not work out, but I'm the type of person I would like to see it for myself, because you never know. Everyone's different, and I feel like something good would happen. Music might not be my life right now, what I'm gonna do, but you never know down the line. When I do get my degree, something may happen, and I believe it will happen because I know that I'm talented enough and I have the ambition and the drive for it. So it's really just about working hard and really staying positive and not really listening to what other people say, because sometimes, you know, when they go through something, they think it's gonna happen to everybody else, but it's not like that. Everyone's different, so
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
that's true. If you were to pick a different struggle or two per se that really made you who you are today, what would that be?
A different struggle, by what you mean?
Like in terms of family problems, personal problems, that could be either bullying, single parent home, not having, you know, being homeless, medical problems, just something that really impacted you and has really made you who you are. A challenge, an obstacle, you know, like a time where you were tested and you were suffering, you were going through hard times. What was that per se? If you could maybe like pinpoint one or two things.
Well, I can say one, I live with a single parent. I just live with my mother. She take care of me and my twin brother. So that's the impact, because a lot of the time, anything what my mother's going through, I feel like I'm going through it too, because it's just her. And she needs someone to support her too. So that's another thing. I feel like, you know, as a young age, you feel like I have that responsibility. I have to be there for my mother, you know, because she's going through these hard times, you know, anytime financially, whatever. It has an impact, and I feel like that's why I'm so independent now, because of my mother, and I have the drive, you know, I have the drive to do things on my own because of my mom, because she's very independent. And another thing is, it's like, I can't really like explain how I really feel, because like it's like, you know, it's frustrating at times because I'm grateful, you know, I'm grateful for anything that's happened, but sometimes it's frustrating because you feel like, I feel like I never can be just responsible for myself. I have to be responsible for not only me, but, you know, for her. And it's like, you know, you just like, okay, like I'm trying to focus, but it's like she needs me as well, if you get what I'm saying. So
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah.
So how do you even find time for yourself in that?
I try to. I think that's where music come in. Anytime like I, you know, have music, it gets my mind off things. But I feel like anytime like I'm worried about something, it's not even about me. It's about, you know, your parent, you know, just, you know, worried about your parent, you know, what they're going through. It's like, you got to be that foundation as well. So it can be very emotional sometimes, but it's just the way it is. And that's what makes me, I think that's why it makes me a strong person now, because certain situations, like, I'm very, okay, it is what it is. Sometimes I can be a little too, you know, not harsh, but not empathetic, because sometimes if someone tells me a situation, I'm just like, you know, you get through it, it's all right. And they're like, you gotta be, you know, but like under my circumstances, you have to understand, I can't, you know, I can't like, you know, stay down. I have to get up and keep moving. Like I can't psych myself like, oh, I can, you know, I'm so stressed, I can't do that. I have to keep moving. That's always what I've been told, and that's always what I had to do. So it's like, you know, just really, I feel like I'm glad I'm glad I had a single parent, because it's inspirational, I should say. It's not easy taking care of, like, you know, children on your own, and, you know, doing everything on your own, paying bills on your own, stressing yourself out. But it's like, and then I think that is what made me who I am, because I don't need anyone to do anything. Like I can, like for example, I play basketball. I didn't need anyone to tell me to go pick up a basketball. I wanted to do it myself. I wanted to show people that I can do it. I used to play with all boys. I used to play with guys. Like, I was always that person. I always stood out. And that's one thing my mother did commend me about. Like, she noticed that I didn't need any friends. You know, most friends, oh, I'll do it if you do it. I was never that type. I was like, whether you do it or not, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And that's what I realized. I didn't realize until now, you know, how blessed I really am. Like, you know, how blessed, you don't realize how blessed you are until you get out the situation you felt at one point in time.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm really like, you know, I think about it a lot. I'm just like, I'm really like grateful. So that's really what it is.
Yeah, and just to touch up on like a last thought, as you've been down per se, have you experienced people bringing you down as well as you're trying to get up? Have you, how have you dealt with that per se? Because you have maybe people that are maybe not nice to you or mean to you, but how have you dealt with getting up, but with the pressures of maybe people liking to see you down?
For the most part, I honestly can say that I've had, a lot of support from others, for what I do. But then again, you do have those that's like, oh, she's all right. Like, oh, we'll see. You know what I mean? And sometimes you even get that from your parent, like, nah, maybe you shouldn't do that. And you think that they're being honest and it's helping you. In reality, it's not, because you feel bad and you think about it. And I didn't realize until I got to college that anything I did, sometimes I did it to prove other people wrong, and sometimes I need to do it more for myself than proving other people wrong. Yeah. And that's where, I dig into that, and it's really, I don't know, it's, for me, I can't really say how I feel because it's like all over the place, but honestly, I can say, I try not to listen to what other people say, because then again, it's my life, I have to live my own life. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta live for yourself and not live for others, and that's what I'm learning. And that's what I learned when I got to college. I noticed that more and more. Even so, your parent can tell you, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta be realistic, but at the same time, you gotta do what's best for you, you gotta do what's best for your happiness. And that's what really what I learned about that too. So that's what.
Your story is very inspiring, and you heard it here, folks. Here, that it's more on the basis of understanding that you gotta live for you. You gotta just try to stay positive. Try to be yourself. Try to worry about you and building yourself up, because as much as people are gonna try to bring you down, the one person, as Jamelia said it, is you. You have to be responsible for what you do in your life. So thank you again for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.